What is up, internet? I am Taylor, and this is Unboxing Match. Look, I don't really have an intro. That's the closest I ever get to it. But I will, for the first time possibly ever, kind of explain a little bit of what Unboxing Match is. Every week I have a guest on, and every week we exchange mystery boxes. And the way we come about putting together these mystery boxes is we kind of agree on a price point, and then we just give each other a list of characters or titles or genres that we like, and kind of custom build a box for each other. It's not battle. It's not anything like that. It's just a way to get to know the community and a way to just hopefully get rid of some books you don't like and get some you do. So yeah, and so this week's guest is Richard from Ohana Comics, and I'm going to invite him on. We can get to know him, and we can talk comics and life and why he likes living in the world's smallest town in Georgia. So hang on a second. We'll get him on here. What is up, sir? How you doing?
How you doing today, Taylor?
I'm doing good, Red. I'm doing good, Red. Tell the audience a little bit about yourself. I forget this part too, and I'm trying to get better at all that.
That's not a problem. Just like you, I have a YouTube channel that I'm trying to build, and I think the two of us together.
There's a link down below. Everyone follow him.
Well, and hopefully, if any of my subscribers are watching, then please subscribe to Taylor as well.
Everybody subscribe to each other.
I mean, we just want to talk comic books. It's fun. It's an engaging community where we can help support each other. Sometimes we come up with ideas that are wrong, and
exactly.
But we need each other to get through this craziness that has become our comic book market. That's for
sure. Exactly. So you we talked a little bit backstage, but you've collected and sold or collected and lost a few times, and you kind of got back into it during COVID, right? Kind of like a lot of other people did.
Yeah, about 2 years ago.
With not being able to leave the house. And
actually, I think the first book that I spent serious money on and almost wound up getting divorced when she found out was Clone Wars. So right before Rosario Dawson was cast.
Oh wow! All right.
So that'll give you the time period, or it might have been just as she was cast. I tried to jump on it, and when my wife found out that I spent $394 on it, she looked at me like, I'm going to kill you.
Have you sold her a last sold lately? Because you're doing all right.
A year later, that came back rated a 9.4 from CBCS, and I sold it for $850. And she was at the show, and she saw it leaving. She went, "You sold the Clone Wars?" I went, "Well, yeah. You wanted to kill me when you found out I bought it." She said, "Yeah, but now it's nostalgic."
So there's no winning.
Well, I took the $850, I added $300, and I got a good deal and got a 9.6 CGC. So I upgraded. When it came in, I actually had her on a show and said, "Yeah, I got the Clone Wars back." She said, "Okay. Oh, thank God. I'm glad you got it." I said, "Yeah, I spent $1150 on it." She goes, "Okay, good." I'm like,
well, at least you're educating the community, even if that community is your wife.
Well, the great thing is, if in 2 years she says, "You never told me how much you spent for it," I can go back on YouTube and show her that I did.
There you go. Yeah, there's evidence.
No, honey, I told you.
Well, I have a dungeon behind me, and you have a pretty nice wall of books back there, and I'm like,
you can't see behind the wall to know that the dungeon is there.
Yeah, there's a couple I need. You got one of my. You know what a birthday book is? Have you heard of that term yet?
I think you're going to educate me. I get an idea.
It's just a book. It's a book that came out the month and year you were born.
Oh, yeah. For me, it's Captain America 100.
Oh, nice. And so for me, it's the Batman right above your right shoulder. So that's one of them. And then Ghost Rider #1 is the other. So those are the two that sort of came out that month. And I'm like, I need to get those at some point. So.
Okay. The Batman, actually, I just got, and that's signed by Neil Adams.
Nice.
And the Ghost Rider you can't have because that's actually the missus.
Oh well, all right. I'm not asking for either of them. I'm just saying those are nice birthday books to have.
I'm saying that the two most expensive books in my collection are hers, and I'm not allowed to sell it because it's hers.
Well, there you go. I mean, happy wife, happy life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So the way this kind of goes is I usually have the guest unbox things first, and we just kind of just start chatting. And that if you're okay with that, well, why don't we just dive on in and go from there, and I'll embiggen you. And so
there we go.
Do you have a favorite character at all or anything?
Well, I mean, I've got onto Facebook groups and they ask what's my favorite character, and just to see if they pay attention, I will say Reed Fleming, World's Toughest Milkman.
Oh, I should have. I had one of those. I could have sent it to you.
But I mean, I remember I remember reading The Tick when it first came out, and I love that. But I guess I'm still a purist. I've always loved the X-Men.
Nice.
I've always been a Rogue fan. I really wasn't a big fan of Fantastic Four and Captain America and Iron Man and Thor when I was a kid, but I'm getting new appreciation for it now, and really a lot of appreciation for the artwork back then. Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah, like a lot of the speed and the accuracy and the inking, all that Silver Age art and stuff. It's just kind of, it blows my mind looking back at it, because now you can cheat. I'm not saying in a bad way, but a lot of the stuff's digitally drawn, and so if you mess it up, you shift it a little bit, you'd like,
Yeah. Deegan Pecor is the one who did that is the artist that has a lot of exclusives over at Syndicate.
Yeah.
I had gotten his cover of Slumber when it came in, and he said, "Oh, let me see it. Let me see it." I'm like, "What do you mean? Let me see it? You drew it."
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, but I only had it on my iPad. I never saw what it looked like on a book." Like, wow. Okay.
Well, yeah, there you go. And I'm not knocking them. I do a little art on the side too, and like drawing digitally, it's much faster, it's much easier, and he can control it a lot better. And if you mess up, you just a little racy thingy. But,
see, now I can't draw at all. Zero.
I'm not saying I can. I'm just saying I do. There's a difference.
No, I mean there are 1-year-olds that are just figured out how to click a pen. They can do better than me.
Yeah,
so.
fair enough. All right. So what do you collect? Are you hunting for any collections now, or like what are you sort of like trying to get now? Anything you're chasing?
Well, what I'm going to be trying to put together, and it's because I actually realized I got most of the keys, is the original Star Wars run,
Nice.
And I'd like to get every copy CGC.
Oh, awesome! All right, that's a lofty goal.
Yeah, and I'm not worried about the grade, because like I got a 4.5 here,
Yeah.
but I want to get the whole thing. I just thought it would be a cool thing to do.
Yeah, that is cool. Honestly, when I said if you're not concerned about getting 98s and everything, like a lot of the ones are not crazy in there. There's a couple keys, and like the last couple issues get pretty pricey again. But yeah, it looks like you already have some of the big boys in there. So yeah,
I got a couple more in the. I got to pull them out. I think the only one that I'm really missing, the real big boy, is. Okay, I'm not remembering which number it is. It is where Boba Fett comes back.
Is that 68? No.
It's not the one where they talk about Mandalorians. It's whichever. There's one more key I got.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not going to tie up the whole show trying to remember which book
Listen,
I need.
I'm not. You're an hour in the future. I got nothing. I got nothing but time on my end. So I live in Wisconsin, and it's only like 8:30. So yeah.
Well, I mean, you go over 2 states and be in Louisiana, at which point I'm 20 years behind you. So
that's fair. I don't know if rural Georgia is that advanced, but I'm hoping it is.
I'm actually originally from New York City, and I'm very impressed with the infrastructure, the schooling systems, the medical facilities. Both,
nice.
It's. I don't understand what people are paying so much in the inner city for when you can come in this area, live a lot less, have a better quality of life.
Sure.
So I'm happy.
Well, perfect. That's all. Then you figured it all out. If you
come on down to Georgia. Come on down to Georgia, man.
I don't know if I can do the winters for sure, but I don't think I can handle the sticky, wet summer.
Snowbird it.
Yeah, that I might be able to do. I'll have to learn to drink Coca-Cola and I don't know, eat the hot fried chicken. No, that's Tennessee. I'm messing it all up. But anyways,
chicken and waffles.
Oh, I could definitely do that. Yeah, that's no problem.
I loved it when
I'm working on my chicken and waffle body right now. So yeah.
When I first moved down here, I always made fun of it in New York City. I take a couple bites and went, I've been making fun of this.
Yeah.
And now I'm vegan, so I can't have it. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. What? It's vegan, huh? That's you're helping the planet and hurting my soul. But then,
I was never a big meat eater in the first place. I didn't do it for health reasons. Those were secondary. It was a benefit. Sure. I did it just because I'm an animal lover. But I mean, if somebody came over my house and for a barbecue, I'll cook them a hamburger. I'm not going to preach to somebody else.
That makes sense. All right, that all makes sense. Well, hey, listen. Why don't you dig into the box and hopefully I got you a few good things that you like and
Yep.
hopefully
I
it's
didn't
not hot
open it.
garbage.
I did take the. No, I'm
Oh
worried
yeah,
about.
so
I took the address
I'm
off.
very
It's,
stalkable. So guys, I live in
yep.
Appleton. I'm not the 17-year-old female that's Taylor Winder online. You can find me if you really want to. I'm not that exciting.
So you've checked out the 17-year-old female. Got it.
No, I've had people hit me up mistakenly. So it's
Oh boy.
in pre video days and stuff, on like whatever, that's Twitter or whatever. And
I
on
do want to say
Instagram.
that this is a great idea that you have. Okay.
It's a lot of fun, and I think I hope other people start doing it too. Right now, I claim I'm the best one on YouTube. I think, as far as I know, it's the only one. But
you're groundbreaking.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
And it'll be
a new category on the Comic Book Community Awards next year. So everybody give Brian a follow, by the way, who's the Comic Book Community Award organizer. Kiss his ass and feel free to nominate everybody in the audience on here. So
my biggest fear over the last since I sent you that book is I hope he likes the books. I hope he likes the books.
Oh, listen, I'm always super happy about the books, and I'm a dirty flipper. So
that's fine.
And that's kind of how I explain it. Like I'm here for the conversation. I'm here to, I'm about recycling. So that's an old Spider-Man booth box. If you're chatting.
Oh no, I was actually going to say, where did you get boxes that were already printed? I got to get these.
That's Spider-Man booth. I have a stack of them because I would order from them like 40 times a week back in the day. But
I got a few myself. Yeah, I mean, when I was going through your list of the things you like, I'm like, I don't have this stuff.
Oh no, listen. But we'll see. I mean, I have a giant stack in here, so we'll dig into it. It'll be fun.
Okay, so I'm opening up and I see the word "start here."
Yeah, I'm
and
getting
you're
better
another
at that.
person that likes pull tabs, guys.
Yes,
pull tabs are a necessity.
Yes,
fold over the last piece of tape.
I'm slowly learning as I go because I didn't do that the first couple shows and people got confused. And I've also didn't realize at first there's a difference between brands of painter's tape. like Scotch tape. Like the Scotch brand blue tape is really good. Some of the others, not so great. And I'm not endorsed by Scotch yet.
Well, maybe somebody might be watching.
Yeah, one of you 8 people works for 3M or whoever does this. Let me know.
Start here off to the side. I've got the first book is upside down, so that's what we got. Oh, we got a Luke Cage Power Man. I read this one as a kid.
Oh, good. I mean,
I remember this book from when I was a kid.
Nice. What's up, Emmy?
Because I remember Zax also fought Hulk in the same time period.
Zax, I think Zax was originally a Hulk villain, I think, but I'm not.
Yeah, he was.
Sure.
And I remember when the video game Zaxxon came out, I thought it had to do with this creature, and then it's
nice. And to be honest, it's been long enough. You were the fastest mystery box putter together ever. Like we exchanged lists, and that night, like, well, I'm done. I'm like, mother. And so, like, I did mine, and I kind of forgot what's it. It'll be a surprise for both of us.
Honestly, I don't remember what I put in your box either.
So. Perfect. Then we're good. This is good. This will be great.
Do you want to alternate back and forth, or do you want to?
No. You just go, and then we'll switch. I figured this is just the easiest way I figured out how to do it. So,
not a problem. Okay. So I see several Star Wars books here. Okay, Star Wars number 15. Well, I guess I can already start CGC some of these. Great. Star Wars number 15.
Yeah.
To make sure I get to keep the glare off.
And that, I think, with that blank UPC code is probably a reprint, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't
know if it's a reprint or just the Whitman.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not trying to keep track of all the Whitman variants and the blanks and what was direct market back then and what I have.
Especially Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should we put the word reprint in the box? Nah, let them figure it out.
They did on the first couple issues for the 30-cent reprints, but after that they stopped. So I don't know.
Now you got a couple of books here. I see Star Wars number 25 and 27, and these are direct sale.
Okay, so those are actually a little harder to find back in the day. Yep. I think so.
I think it's about 85, 86 where it started to even out.
Yeah, that's my understanding. So
this is going to be somewhere around 1979.
Yeah,
and the UPC symbol. Do you know why they had the line through them?
So you couldn't return it? Is that what it was?
For newsstands, they would buy them back.
Okay.
For direct sale, they wouldn't because they offered them a better price.
Gotcha.
But the way they returned them back was they would scan the UPC symbol. So if I was an LCS and I had a buddy who was a newsstand, I'd say, hey, take my books back and return them and get the money back. So They would just put a line through so they couldn't scan it.
That makes sense. Nice. See?
And then they replaced it with Spidey logo.
Yeah, there we go. You guys are learning something now in the audience. That's awesome. So you're a big Star Wars fan, I'm guessing, just by the fact that you asked for some and you have a lot of it. Like, is that why?
I was Luke Skywalker growing up.
Oh, nice. All right.
Okay.
Shooting wombats and like racing on speed racers and yeah.
Oh, I had a fit when I found out Darth Vader was my father.
Yeah, that would be a little bit emotionally breaking.
I stood up and screamed in the movie theater.
That's awesome.
No. Yeah. When you watch Mandalorian?
Yeah. That's what it's finally getting good again. Like Star Wars, and then, but yes, but we talk about all that. But yes, I like the Mandalorian a lot.
I'm assuming everybody's seen the finale for season 2. If you haven't, and you've completely avoided the entire internet during the time, I'm going to spoil it. Sorry.
Yeah.
But when Luke came back at the end of that episode, I couldn't breathe. I was crying. I cried all weekend.
That's awesome.
Okay, as he's coming, before he even pulled it back, I'm sitting there like, don't do this to me. Do not. This better be him. Don't mess with me, please. Don't.
They could have done a little bit better with some of the CG on the fakery there, but I mean, that was great seeing him. Yeah, and the badassery, him walking down the tunnel, kind of doing an anti Rogue One at the end with Darth Vader. You know, that was fantastic.
It wasn't the normal company that, from what my understanding, it wasn't a normal company that did the deep fake. They found some other company because they were worried about leaks.
Oh yeah, but then the Boba Fett, he looks a lot better in Boba Fett, right? And so what they did is they hired a kid, young person that improved on their deep fakery and just put it on YouTube, and they're like, yeah, that's much better. And so they hired him for Boba Fett.
Yeah, well, they went knock on his door. He opened up the door. He thought he was like getting served with a subpoena. No, he got a job offer.
Yeah, that's a good job offer.
My favorite thing about that Mandalorian season 2 episode was about midnight. They're all together going, "There's nothing on the internet. We actually got this out without it being leaked." And then the first mention from anybody was Mark Hamill typing on his Instagram, "Anything good on TV today?"
That's awesome. Yeah. He is. Mark Hamill's a pretty good internet troll. Like,
oh yeah. I would love to hang out with him, but who wouldn't?
Yeah. Well, he's genuinely a nerd too. So I love that cover.
Like I said,
yeah, yeah. The first movie I saw in the theater, not theater, drive-in. It was a double feature, and my dad took me, and it was Star Wars was the opening feature, and then it was Conan the Barbarian as the late night. So it was a good 1-2 punch introduction to movies.
My first wife, I had her watch Conan the Barbarian, and at the end of it, she goes, for a Schwarzenegger movie, that was pretty good. I went,
yeah. Yeah. Don't watch the one, what's it, Hercules in New York? You can skip that one. That was his.
You have to watch those films so you can appreciate how good the good ones are.
Yeah, or you appreciate why they dubbed over his voice. But yes.
Oh, one other thing about The Mandalorian, which is kind of funny. I have other guys at work that are just as much into it as I am.
Yeah.
And I have a new boss, relatively new. So about 2 months ago, I am re-talking in the main lobby with the sales manager about Mandalorian's season 2 episode with Luke. And as I'm talking about it, I start to get to tear up again. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's a year later. I'm still tearing up. And we finish the conversation. He goes to go upstairs. I go to leave the building, and my boss comes walking in the door. He goes, "Are you okay?" I went, "Yeah, why?" He goes, "You're crying." I said, "Oh, I was talking about the Mandalorian." And he just rolls his eyes like, "What the hell?" I said, "Hey, I might be a nerd, but I own it."
Yeah, there you go. And that's the beautiful thing. Like once you get to the old enough, and I think the culture has shifted, thankfully, because I'm guessing we're similar-ish ages. And growing up being a nerd was not a cool thing. Like it was just kind of, but now, like nerds rule the world, and everyone's flavor of nerdery is pretty much accepted, except for those goddamn bronies. No, I'm kidding. But like, Yeah, it's awesome. I think it's great. Like what you like. Life's too short to like give a shit what other people think about it. And
The one thing that ticks me off though is if you see a lot of the comic channels and you go to the LCSs and you see some of the women in the comic stores, they were not that hot in the comic stores when I was younger.
well, I'm sorry that their attractiveness has improved as you get older. That's
Yes,
rough
but
for you. Yeah, no, I understand, but they're not paying attention. They're talking tattoos and like, yeah, like the Cash
no,
is
I'm
talking
saying,
about Bruce
I'm saying,
Springsteen. Chaos is in here.
your
Yeah.
boss.
Yeah. Bruce Springsteen is everybody's boss.
I graduated high school in New Jersey and I didn't like him. I was an outcast. So,
Well, how do you feel about Bon Jovi then? They're the other one.
I saw Bon Jovi Slippery When Wet tour.
Yeah, all right, nice.
So my first concert was an Ozzy Osbourne concert. The opening
Ooh.
act was Metallica. That's
a good.
Yeah,
Yeah, we definitely are probably you might be like a couple years older than me, but like we were in about the same era because like my first show that I ever saw live was it was Tesla. Oh, no, Skid Row, and it was
18 in Life.
Soundgarden opening for him. So it was like a weird like right when grunge was starting, and like they didn't know what the hell to do, so they just mashed these bands together. But like the Metallica and Ozzy, that's a better first show by far. Yeah.
Skid Row was 18 in Life and I Remember You. Those were their two big hits.
That's about all they had. Yeah. And then Soundgarden.
I used to have long hair and
Nice.
Now I have no hair.
I had the mullet with the steps shaved in my head and stuff. You know that if you know Tylox, who's on YouTube, I had a similar hairdo to him. So. But I can't pull it off anymore.
I got to show off the next book here.
Oh yeah. This is part of it. It's not. Oh yeah.
Thor 257. Really cool cover on this too.
Oh yeah, Thor's my jam too. Like one of my Grail books that I will own at some point. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to figure this one out. Is Journey into Mystery 83, but I've got a half-ass plan. But
I had plans too, and then the books went up to even more, and forget it. About a year ago, I was talking to my wife. If I sell every comic book I have and go get an Amazing Fantasy 15 and like a 3.0, and she had this look on her face. She's like, "Well, they're your books." I didn't do it because of the look on her face. I'm like, you realize, honey, that since I said that to now, it's doubled in price. So
yeah, I mean, it would have been a great investment probably at the time. It's just you never know. But
yeah,
what do you do? By the way, Thiago wants to see you with the photo of long hair at some point. So you can say that for your...
Don't think I have it. I honestly don't think I have any. I can check with my sister. My sister might. I'll ask her. I don't keep photos of myself. I don't like the way I look, and I don't like the way I look. So what do? I make a YouTube channel.
Well, yes, but unlike some YouTubers who just show comics and not their face, you're sexiness out there. I respect that. Like
Well, when I first started making videos, I thought I had to be professional and just try to talk about the books and everything. And my coworker's like, "Rich, you sound like Ben Stein." Just be yourself. I'm like,
yeah,
really? They're like, yeah, that's what makes you entertaining. If you talk like that, I wouldn't talk to you here at work. I'm like, harsh.
Well, he's probably not wrong. It takes a while to find your voice on YouTube too. I mean, I know people are terrified of doing it. And I was at first too. And like, I've left all my old videos up because I'm like, well, you guys could go up my view hours at least. But it's a process learning how the heck finding the rhythm and finding like what you want to talk about and how you talk and. You're right. It's a process. It's just like you think you have to be like know everything and like research and all this shit. Nah, fuck it. You just swear and act cranky. That's all you got to do.
Well, I got to do Rob's show one time, the Slab Hub.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Which, by the way, Rob, if you don't mind, I'd love to do that again.
He's booking into like 2027 now. That he's
probably It's a popular show. It's fun.
I've been out there too. Rob's a lot of fun. Don't let it go to his head though. It's like
no. Well, you know what? He deserves to.
Yeah.
But he said, was talking to me ahead of time, like, be prepared to talk for like 90 minutes. I'm like, that's all? Okay.
Yeah.
People that know me are like, I'll be lucky if he could shut you up.
Yeah. So, okay. Now you can show off another book, but I have another quite deep collecting question for you. So
sure, shoot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's where that one
Awesome
went.
cover here.
Yeah, I forgot where that one went to. Like I was looking for that the other day. I was like, okay, I probably put it in somebody's box. Yeah, that happens. I need to like keep track of what the hell it doesn't now. I should get CLG or something, but then I have to like.
Well, if we do another mystery box, maybe I'll give it back.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe,
Perfect.
maybe I
We'll have
won't.
you on for round 2.
Maybe I won't.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite collectible that you have in your possession right now?
Well, every year I do my top 50 comics, and some people put in the, when they make their list, they make their list based on value or
Sure.
by rarity or something like that. I try to incorporate everything, including my sentimental value.
Yeah.
And the way I picture it in my head is the house is on fire. I have time to run in and grab one book and run back out. That's my number one.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, I have more time. Go back in, get another book. Then it's number 2.
You can put a couple of them in a box. And anyways.
And, on the 8th book, I'm like, maybe I should get the dog. Now,
nice. If the dog's not smart enough to get out of the house, no, my dog would sit there and just watch the house burn. He's stupid.
My dog would be out on the front on the front lawn in a lawn chair with a drink, going, "Dude, hurry up."
No, my dog is scared of life and everything. He's an English bulldog named Waffles, who's the dumbest bulldog ever, and he would just sit there. So, anyways, sorry, go on.
So it constantly changes based on how I think about things, but right now, honestly, it would have to be the Ghost Rider, because of if I don't get it, she'll kill me and put me back in the house anyway. I do have one that I just picked up for her, which my friend Greg is editing the video. It's not a terribly expensive one, but it's the only graded copy in existence.
All right. Turok number 2. Yeah.
I have it here, so it's in plastic. Otherwise I would have, if I didn't know I was going to be asked on this. Now,
oh yeah, well, this is a tough grading session right now. I'm quizzing the hell out of you. No.
That's cool. It's cool. I like this. So it's a 7.0,
nice.
Green label.
All right.
Detached cover.
Perfect.
Yes.
And still a 7.0. That's not bad. Well, qualify. I get it. Yeah.
And the only graded copy in existence. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs from 1938.
Wow. Okay, that's actually a hell of a book.
Yeah, the 96-page storybook, which is actually the first comic book adaptation.
Damn.
And even the back.
And that's movie. That looks like it's movie accurate too, that's wow. Yeah.
It's just a non-cranky show.
I'm always a little bit cranky. Yeah.
He's not cranky. That's the power of Ohana, baby.
No, this is my favorite time of the week. Honestly, I look forward to this every week because I get to talk to new people, talk about comics, talk about collecting, talk about
It doesn't get any better.
Yeah, it's really like that's a very cool. That's a very that's Snow White. That's awesome.
I constantly watch eBay auctions that are ending, and I saw it. I went, it's ending in 15 seconds. I went, and then it ended with no bids. And I'm like, honey, is this something that you would have liked? She went, oh yes. And let me see if I can send the guy a message.
Yeah, there you go.
So I bought it. Yeah, he relisted it. I would buy it now, and on the agreed upon price, I immediately bought it. And yeah, that's going to be up on the wall upstairs. Because at that point, that's artwork.
Oh yeah, yeah. You probably should make sure it's detachable for in case there is a fire, so you can grab it. And
yeah. Well, then I should keep it on the same floor so I can grab a couple other books at the same time.
I have a Go box, like a box of. I have a BCS plastic graded box. That's what I will grab if I have to. So.
I'm looking at getting a nice fire rated gun safe.
That's another good idea too. Yeah, I don't have any guns to put in it, so I feel like I'm missing out on some of that.
Well, then that precludes you from moving to Georgia. That's a prerequisite.
I know. Yeah, I know. I don't have really. I'm a dirty hippie pacifist. So like,
there's a couple towns south of here called Kennesaw, where it is a town law. You have to have a gun in the house.
Oh boy,
crime rate is very low. By the way,
is it like 4 people that are all like with shit aimed at each other? I think that's how I'd imagine it.
No, it's Kennesaw State University's there. It's actually a pretty booming town. Yeah, it's pretty. Nice. It's pretty big.
I just sort of pictured like the Wild West, where everyone's got like a sawed-off aim out the window or whatever.
Well, that's the town that people don't stop if they're going to rob somebody. So
yeah, there you go.
Pulling up Avengers 137 with Beast on the cover.
Nice. I mean, I think it's nice. I like these old. I love the old Adventures covers. I don't think they get enough love.
They don't. I think the printing presses also, they didn't have the same capabilities, not just the artistry, but the same capabilities in the printing presses as they have these days.
That's true. Although I'm guessing they used some toxic stuff back then because some of the colors just pop more. Like the reds back then and stuff, and the yellows really, like at least in the Silver Age especially, really seem to like be pretty vibrant. And they think they've lost some of that now. So it's probably like real cadmium or something that'll kill you. Like that they got rid of. Like
they still try to get rid of all that Kiss blood. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But like the Captain America, the First Avenger, the movie, they only use certain colors in the movie, trying to be true to the original Captain America series, which only had certain colors that they could use.
Oh,
that's why the movie looked a little drab.
Yeah, I didn't mind the drab look on that. It's just about, like
it worked. It worked really well.
It was no Winter Soldier, but it's not a bad movie.
Batman, 15-cent Batman with Robin.
Yeah,
the teen wonder, not a boy wonder, but a teen wonder.
Wow, that was the 70s. A little awkward to keep calling him a boy wonder at that point. So
I'm wondering if that's supposed to be the Black Panthers.
I think so, yeah, because it's a Neil Adams cover, and like when Neil and
he didn't pull punches.
They kind of introduced like the first black modern mainstream superhero with the Green Lantern with Jon Stewart and stuff. So like they were really pretty groundbreaking back in the day. Yeah.
Whoa. Ooh, we have one here. We have one here in a. Hang on, what? I'm sorry, I got to go off screen for 1 second. I just got.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's the first, guys. I scared him away up the.
I just picked up a book last weekend, and it's kind of funny because I haven't gotten into buying these, but you gave me a Daredevil 21 and a really nice one. I'm getting ready to send off. I can't say Silver Age submission because it's pre-75, so economy submission, and one of them is a Daredevil 26.
Oh well, so, nice. There you go.
So now I'm wondering, do I have to? All right, so now I'm sending off 2 Daredevils.
I'm just trying to make more work for you. That's all I'm really trying to do.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, no problem.
And this is something that if Rob is still watching this, right? This is a really nice copy of 21 though, with the L on the cover. I like it.
Yeah, I love those old, like, honestly, the first Marvel for the first like 25 issues of most of their like covers back in the day. They hit them out of the park. Like the Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, Daredevil, Cap, like they're all pretty great. Hulk, not so much, but
no, the first 6, the 1 through 6.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the original first. Yeah, those are great.
Yes.
When you get to like 102 and up, like the relaunch, they're all right. But
right. But I mean, Rob and I are on the same page about a lot of people are like, oh, why are you bother putting that, sending it off to getting slapped? And I don't understand why people have such a problem with this.
Key Collector has changed everything.
But if your 5-year-old drew a picture, okay, and gave it to you, and you want to frame it, and you get a nice frame, it costs you $30.
Yeah,
and so you can put it on the wall. You can always take it out of the frame anytime you want.
Yeah,
is somebody giving you a hard time because you spent $30 on that? I mean, so believe me, I got books that are not worth these over there. And if I want to take this book right here and spend $30 and have it put into a slab, with a grade, fine. If I decide later on I want to open it and read it, I can crack the slab and read the book.
There you go. Yeah,
it's not like I've just like I've cut the book in half and it's gone. It's just protected, and I can put it out and enjoy the way it looks without accidentally damaging it.
Rob, you need to do rabbit hole to go down. I mean, you clearly don't collect enough stuff.
Hey, by the way, he's got a great wall behind him.
I know, but he also if he sees a book that he doesn't have, it'll start him down a rabbit hole, and then like it's just hilarious because then next week's mail call, he's like, "Well, I got the first 25 issues of Daredevil."
That would put me in divorce court for sure.
Yeah,
jeez. You have an old Nick Fury here.
Yeah, that's the first Bullseye. Not the Daredevil Bullseye, obviously, but yeah.
You made me think about it for a second.
Yeah, it's the first. It's a different Bullseye. It's the first appearance of that other Bullseye.
Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., number 15. Yeah. And then the last one is a really nice copy of Eternals, number 11.
Ah, yeah. Good old Kirby. Well, I hope you dug it because you just sort of said
Absolutely.
you were like looking for
Absolutely.
silver and bronzy and like Star Wars, and so try to give you a few things. And I'm guessing you have dupes to some of it, just knowing the nature of how your wall of hits behind you. But
I don't need it to. It just has to be books that I have a lot of books that I go through. I'm like, cool.
yeah.
These are. I put the books here for the audience.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty much it. But I've got to change them from once in a while because even I'm looking at it like I need to put some different.
Yeah, I need to. I keep getting made fun of because I'm a blank wall, but I'll figure out something back there at some point. So do you have a favorite comic related movie that you've seen? Or I know we talked about the first Avenger.
Infinity War is my favorite. I think that
Okay.
was start to finish the best one.
Yeah, it's a great. That's a great one.
And even though I'm a Marvel fan, I have to give total respect to The Dark Knight.
All right. Yeah.
Even from opening scene to closing scene, it was a movie I thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah, and the great, probably the best villain of all. I mean, well, yeah, I'm gonna say it. Like Heath Ledger's Joker. All right, no, that was The Dark Knight. Okay. Yeah.
And what about you?
Joker, just crazy good. But I do also I thought Josh Brolin did a great job as Thanos too. So
yes.
Yeah. It took all of them a long time to figure out that for a good superhero movie, you need a really good villain.
Yeah.
The heroes, it's a more compelling if the villains have a good reason for doing what they're doing, and then, or at least maybe not a good reason, but at least an interesting story. Because for a long time they just didn't seem to give a shit about the villain.
Well, that's where the Joker is a different kind of villain than anybody else. He's not doing it for any specific reason other than just to do it.
True, that's true. But and he did it. It was a great job. I mean, I liked Joaquin Phoenix's Joker as well. But I think that it was a whole different thing on purpose, which I get because he had to be because you couldn't try to copy Heath. What Heath did in that movie was just kind of drove him kind of batty. Which
but when I saw Joker in the movie theater with my wife and my friend Brittany, as soon as the movie ended, my friend Brittany, she's more of a comic book nerdy type like I am.
Yeah.
And my wife was like, "Wow, I like that." And Brittany and I are both like, "I gotta process this. What did I just watch?" It was a 2.5 hour descent into madness.
Yeah, you watched a lot of homage to Scorsese in a lot of ways.
Great. It was great, but I'm literally disturbed.
Yeah. It was
but
if Taxi Driver and
but if you could pull that kind of emotion out of me with a movie, you succeeded.
Yeah. What did you think of the Batman? Yeah. All right. That's fair.
7.5, maybe.
All right.
I think that if they were trying to make that a detective story, he's got a lot of learning to do because.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's probably the point because he didn't really detect a damn thing.
Yeah. You got the cop in the background. Hey, that's a tool for carpeting. What? Maybe I should have asked what held up the murder weapon from the opening scene earlier in the movie and go, hey, what is this?
Yeah. Yeah. And then he took the penguin to tell him he was translating things wrong, which I thought was kind of funny. And I dug it, but I dug it, I think because of that, because it was the Batman messed up in almost every single way until the end when he realized he couldn't be vengeance. He had to actually, try and do some good for the people instead of letting this, a lot of what happened in that city was secondhanded, probably his fault because he ignored it. He ignored the social problems and just focused on.
See, Tom Holland's Spider-Man starting over as a young kid was kind of led into with Civil War, and it kind of gave you the sense of, okay, this is now a teenager again. Forget whatever we've seen.
Yeah,
I didn't get that reboot feeling in the beginning of Batman, so I'm already going into. I'm watching the movie thinking Batman's smarter than this. No, he's not at this point.
Yeah,
Batman's better than this. No, he's not at this point. He still has more to learn. So I guess it was confusing to me. I felt like I should be here, but he was here, and nobody told me to be here.
Yeah. There weren't a ton of clues in the movie at first. You're right about that because everyone in the city seems scared of Batman. So it's he's been doing it for a bit, enough to drive fear into the heart of the criminals or whatever. But he still is not so great at figuring out things other than just beating the snot out of the criminals. So, yeah.
I mean, I wasn't that crazy about Doctor Strange. I thought it was okay.
Yeah, I know that's a lot of people are mixed on that one. I liked it a lot, but I
but
also I like Sam Raimi and I like the ridiculousness of it. And it's what I needed at the time. I didn't want any more super serious deepness after.
well, for anybody that hasn't seen the movie, I'm going to try to make sure I don't spoil anything. But the reason I didn't like it is my fault and nobody else's, because I watched every possible. This character is going to be in it, and this
Oh
character is going to be in it. So I left with where were all these characters, and why didn't
yeah,
this happen, and why didn't this happen? The only reason I didn't like it, if I just never seen the trailers, the speculations, and everything else, and just went and enjoyed the movie, I probably would have loved it.
but that's half of the comic community. You just yeah, no. There's all these channels that's how they make their entire living is just kind of guessing and saying, oh no, this is what's probably going to happen. It's like yeah, I think it is
Yeah,
possible to
but I got too much driven by what's going to be in the next book
yeah.
and forgot to just be a fan and enjoy the movie, which is, that's my fault. That's
Yeah.
nobody but me.
Well, you should never ever watch those new rock stars. Unsubscribe, Screen Crush or whatever. Unsubscribe. Like
Yeah, but I like the
JP's comic
dog.
collection. No,
No, leave JP alone.
no. JP's awesome. JP's awesome. JP, if you're watching, please come on this show. But I don't think he knows who I am. But that's all right. So
Okay.
I've got a giant stack of things here, which is awesome. Yeah. And
Yes, you gotta be bigger.
Nice. I don't know this one, so like this is awesome, which is great. I'm always hunting for new titles I don't know, and yeah. Oh wait, actually, I think I've heard of this. It's sort of like the dark reboot of Peter Pan, right?
I think it's like Nottingham is told from the sheriff of Nottingham's point of view. I think this one is told from Hooks.
Oh, nice.
I think, but this was put out by different. It wasn't available in stores.
Okay.
You had to order it like online. So
That's a very cool cover. I dig it. Yeah. I'm rooting for the crocodile with the clock, or the alligator. It doesn't matter. The one with the clock in the stomach. Okay.
It's a crocodile. Never smile at a crocodile.
Yeah, there you go.
That was a song.
Nice. Oh, Scout Comics. Oh, hell yeah. Zombies. Everyone likes this. I do dig this cover. I've had a few of these come and go in my collection, and I always dig this one because this is great. This is great. Like, look at that. That's a cool cover. And Scout Comics is one of those underrated publishers that I think that like doesn't get enough love. And their mystery boxes, we talked about these. They're okay. They're not only mystery boxes. I don't even know if they still do them. I kind of did them for a bit. But have you done their monthly boxes from
No,
Scout at all? It's not bad for like I think $40. You get 10 of their monthlies, and so like they'll tell you at least a little bit of what's in it, and like you get variants, you get exclusives and stuff, and you're paying like $4 a book for like 10 books, which is not so bad, you know.
But not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before on the Hot 10 list of Comic Tom, there was a Scout book called Assassin and Son.
Okay,
and he was saying that they were selling recent sales going for $8, and I'm like, they still have them on Scout Comics. They were $5 a piece. I ordered 4 copies.
Well, there you go.
They came, well packaged, each one bagged and boarded. Not with the bags and boards that I like, so I had to transfer them, but still fine. It kept it with. I got 4 copies of Assassin and Son, and I think that they jumped up the price from $3.99 to $4 to $5, so they can give additional money to the family because
nice.
The writer passed away.
Oh, okay. But yeah.
So
that's cool of them to do that, but. Yeah,
I mean, it would have been very easy for Scout Comics to just, it's selling for $8 now, raise the price, but they didn't do that. So
yeah, Scout's pretty good about that. They don't they're not in the they don't raise their own books a whole lot. Although they do sell on Whatnot now, so I'm not sure. I've not actually tried buying from them there. But this one this is another fun read too. I read this a while back. This is like time travel mafia kind of.
Yeah,
kind of. Yeah, Declan Shelby, who's a great artist and that fucker, multi-talented people piss me off. Great writer and great artist. You pick one. Stick to your lane, people. You can't be skilled at more than one thing. People that are too good at everything. Kidding. This is great, man. Oh, okay, we're getting there. Sorry, I'm peeking ahead, but Shadecraft,
that's
highly speculated too. This is a fun book too. Yeah, this is Yeah, if you're not reading this, this is a fun one.
If they don't make that into a show, I don't know what they're missing out on a great one there.
Yeah, this is a great one. So I'm holding on to all these, and thank you. You just like speaking of spec books and not selling them. I'm like, it's like, oh, and then probably my favorite Marvel character of all time. It's a toss up. Moon Knight and Beta Ray Bill kind of fight in my head.
Well, you put down that you like Beta Ray Bill, and that is the only Beta Ray Bill book that I had in my entire collection.
Well, and I'm a big fan of Daniel Warren Johnson too, who's the writer on this and the artist, and like he's great. He did like Murder Falcon, and he's got like a wrestling comic coming out, and he also he co-wrote one that just came out this last week, which is really idiotic and a lot of fun, called Jurassic League, which is just DC dinosaurs. I mean, it's as dumb as it sounds, where you have with really stupid dinosaur names and everything, and it's awesome. So.
If you could do claymation MODOK, anything will work.
Oh, hell yeah.
Tiago says he's almost sure that Shadecraft got picked up by Netflix.
Oh, nice.
They did take the option for it, but just like a lot of other times, they get the option, but they don't make it into a show.
Also, Netflix has a pretty mixed track record on stuff. Like they're good on some of those things, but then they'll do like the first season of Jupiter's Legacy or whatever, Circle.
Oh God,
yeah, or the Old Guard, which is
wasn't bad.
It was fine.
Wasn't bad.
It was fine. Yeah. Maybe it's just they fuck up Mark Miller. That might be it. Like, because they have first look agreement with him on everything, and he writes to get shit made into other movies. But like,
didn't they also do Umbrella Academy?
Yeah, and I really like that too. I liked the first season of it better than the second, but I liked it. I thought
the first season I didn't like until the last 2 episodes.
Okay, yeah.
I'm like this. Finally started getting. I'm like, okay, now we're going, and the season's over.
Well, have you read the comic at all? It is like breakneck pace, like bam, 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 bam. This happened. This happened. This happened. They slowed it down a bit for the series, which I get, but I don't know. You had a goldfish in charge of everything. What more do you need? Now, speaking of my other favorite character, hell yeah, and yeah, this if you're not reading this run by Jed McKay at Capriccio, this is a lot of fun. This is one of my favorite Marvel titles going right now. Now that's not saying a whole lot. Marvel doesn't have a lot of good shit out right now, but like,
especially not Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, have you read the Banner War or whatever the first one?
I bought it, but I don't know if I want to read it. I'm waiting for feedback whether or not I'm going to waste my time.
Oh, I mean it's Donny Cates just doing even for Donny Cates it's fucking ridiculous, but whatever. It is what it is. So nice. I've not read this one either, and I've seen this one a few times, and I've thought about getting it, and I have never gotten it. So hell yeah.
Oh, do you know what this is about?
No. It's Paddington Bear.
It's a teenage girl that's wait, see if I make sure I say this right. It's a serial killer's mind inside a teenage girl, 12-year-old girl.
I think most 12-year-old
she doesn't age.
Oh, all right.
So she's like 100 years old.
Oh, nice. Huh.
Yeah. So yeah.
Sounds awesome, actually. That sounds right up my alley. Oh, and night. Oh yeah, man. Oh, heck yeah. These are other like I love this artist too. Sorry, I should show the audience, but like P. Craig Russell. These are underrated books. Like these are just like slept on. Like you can still probably find most of these for fairly cheap, but like and P. Craig Russell, for whatever reason, has not gotten the love he's deserved as an artist.
Well, Marvel Fanfare, when it first came out, a lot of us didn't buy them because they're like, I'm not spending $1.50 on that book. I could buy 2 comic books at that same price.
Yeah, that's fair.
As kids, we weren't caring about the premier artwork.
Yeah.
But now looking back, like, why didn't I buy this when I was a kid?
Come on, guys, look at that. It's awesome. I think like lately he's been doing like Neil Gaiman adaptations or like Thor mythology adaptations on his own with Neil. But yeah, great stuff. And then more Kirby goodness. Hell yeah. Machine Man. I love it. I got the newer run, the Barry Windsor Smith one out of a Rob box. And so this is great. Yeah, heck yeah. Which this first appearance, by the way, of this guy's, if you're not aware, is in a weird as hell book. It's in 2001, The Space Odyssey, like number 8. because after they like got past the movie, that book just went goddamn bananas. Like, I mean, it was kind of bananas anyway. Speaking of that Spider-Man booth, heck yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about that earlier, but I'm like, you know what? But that book, it's cool.
It is a cool cover. Yeah, this is this Perillo or is this Delato? I can't remember. I think it's Perillo. Yeah, it's Perillo.
I was gonna say, I don't think that's Delato.
No, is that a black for it to be Delato? But yeah, heck yeah. Oh, and Bronze Age Hulk. We were just exchanging Hulk issues with each other. Nice. Yeah. Your stack is bigger. You're winning, sir. So this is great.
Oh, I'm just glad you're happy.
Oh, this is awesome. And I don't know what the hell he's fighting there. Like a giant space amoeba. Have you read like the Hulk Grand Design at all? The Jim Rugg that just came out.
No.
It's a Hulk. Well, it's not Hulk Grand Design. It's Hulk Monster and Hulk Madness. There's 2 issues, and it sort of like recaps the first 300 issues of the Hulk in a 2-issue thing. It's a lot of fun.
You said that Umbrella Academy went at a fast pace. I mean,
well, it does, but it also kind of like highlights the ridiculousness that is the Hulk, because like for about 100 issues or so, it's the Hulk fighting a monster of the week and then running away. You know, like it's just kind of like running out of like that. It's sort of like the Hulk series. He fights for 100 issues, like, you know, goes and sleeps in the next barn down the road. Like,
yeah, I need another pair of pants.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of purple pants. I mean, he's like he cornered the market, and oh yeah, nice.
I know the condition isn't that great on that one, but
oh no, this is awesome. Yeah, and like everyone, I mean, up until very, very recently, everyone's been sleeping on the Fantastic Four. Yeah, like they're just the values of these books should be a lot higher than they are. Yeah, I mean, other than like the first appearance and the first Doctor Doom, and like 48 and 49, but like other than those, like probably 4 issues. Yeah,
we got to have that book where Johnny Storm goes to college.
Oh yeah, so the adult Franklin Richards that you were talking about in your latest top 10. Guys, go follow Ohana because he like kind of you know how I'm cranky about comic reviews. If you want to watch some of this rather cranky about, and I mean that's a compliment about the top 10 list that a certain Comic-Con puts out. Yeah, go watch. Yeah, every week.
Well, and let me just stress, because it's very much in the flavor of JP's budget collecting. He is the reason I started doing that show. Okay, nice. Because I'm like, I want to talk about about my feelings on the books, but still give all the credit to his show as being the original.
Sure, yeah, JP is great, but you come at it from a different angle, which I dig. Like you got to talk about different aspects of things, and like, you know, his is like almost strictly value, where you add a bit of different other stuff to it. So nice. Yeah, like what the hell? Okay, does a guy in a flying locust suit have any shot in hell against the Hulk?
Especially when this is only 12 issues after he fought Wolverine. You know?
Yeah, exactly. So, oh, nice. Speaking of Mark Miller. Nice. Oh, and it's hang on. Oh, and it's signed. Nice. Sweet. By Maury Howell. I'm guessing that's the letterer or colorist. One of the two. But that's awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah, his signature is just Mo. But
yeah, oh yeah. I honestly, I didn't even picture it as a signature because it's pretty clean and like like Adam Hughes, or whatever. It's awesome. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Heck yeah. Like
12 center. Good.
Nice.
Yeah. It was making fun of the older Hulks. And we were like, oh no.
Oh no. I'm just no. I dig them up, but I make fun of everything. And honestly, we're going from this, which is great, to like Sienkiewicz, which is one of the best cover artists of all time. And I almost bought this book this last week, and I did not. So thank you, man, because this is like I've been hunting for this one for a long time for the good price. It was like, yeah, dude, yeah. Sienkiewicz might be my favorite cover artist of all time. I don't know, it's up there for me. That which brings me to a next question for you. Oh, dude, hell yeah. Do you have a favorite artist and or writer or like run of books or anything like?
Favorite writer is probably going to be Claremont because of the X-Men runs back in.
Oh yeah.
That storyline pulled me in like no other. Artist, as much as it's cliche, it's gonna have to be McFarlane
Okay.
because
Yeah.
he was what really changed everything when I was like I remember picking up 300 on the newsstand,
Oh yeah.
and I'm like just even the way the webbing. I'm like that's not the way his webbing looks. That's not the way. Wait, why does it look so cool?
Yeah. Why are the
So,
eyes so fucking big? Yeah. No. Yeah.
uh, I mean, there are a lot of Archer. A lot of people either love him or hate him.
Yeah.
I love his work. I love
Nice.
his work. It's photographs practically.
Yeah. It's
Um,
very skilled.
Frizen is up there for me.
Nice.
I love her work. Uh, Jay Lee, Momoko, I'm hit or miss.
Sure. So new Jay Lee or old Jay Lee? Because his stuff has changed a whole lot over the years. Like I remember him back on like Namor the Submariner and some of the other earlier stuff where it was really heavy ink and like really kind of imagey, I guess is how I'd say it. But now he's kind of like calmed down a little bit, but still managed to make it kind of crazy in a good way.
I'd say the newer stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
I
I'm sad I missed out on his cover of Grimm that he did. I really dug that one. That just came up. Yeah. But here we go. The grand. Oh, heck yeah, man. Nice. Yeah, you win because I feel like I owe you like 45 more books now because like
no, that's fine,
dude.
and that's a matching number set.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, dude.
Cool.
Yeah. So, certain other comic members that have been on this show, you clearly can't add to 100, and I'm gonna hate you, sir. So.
No, what I was trying to do is like, okay, I think we said $100.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of what we shot for.
And I'm like, when I did, I don't know you from Adam. I'm like,
yeah, I don't, yeah. So
I hear you talking about, I'm going to send you $100 worth of books. Okay. And I'm like, I'm getting nervous about doing it. And then once I started putting the box together, I'm like, oh, this is fun. This is really fun.
That's sort of what I did for you, but like you went double on this. So,
well, once I got to what I thought was $100, I'm like, okay, now I know I've covered the $100. Now what else can I put in?
Yeah.
It's like wrapping up presents for kids at Christmas time or something. I just like, oh yeah, give him that. Oh, he'll like that. This one.
And I do think like Christmas, I always think it is more fun to give away, not to like be the giving part of this thing you're receiving. So that's it. I'm keeping all these things. So yeah, you're not getting any of them back. But like, so do you collect anything other than comics, or is comics pretty much your jam?
I collect Funkos, and
you fell down that rabbit hole too, huh?
Yes, but I've been collecting signed ones.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I've gotten 3 signed. This was the first.
Oh, hang on. I'm gonna.
Yep. There we go.
Oh, nice.
And what's funny is I can't think of the actor's name that played the Punisher in the Netflix series.
Yeah, Shane from The Walking Dead. I don't know his real name, but like, yeah,
somebody will pop it in there.
Yeah,
but I was able to get this inscribed, inscribed, whatever.
John Bernthal.
Thank you.
Oh no, yeah, it just took me a minute, but yeah,
and it's in blood red. It says 1 batch, 2 batch, penny and dime.
Nice
in blood red. The second one I got was no inscription, but I had to get Mr. Shatner.
Hell yeah. Nice.
In the captain's chair. I thought it looked really cool. And I've been collecting a lot of Stitch Funkos. What did I do with the... Oh, it's behind me. This is the one I just got. This is, in my opinion, the coolest signature of anybody in that's a celebrity. Ashley Eckstein's Ahsoka Tattoo.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a cool sig. Yeah.
A giant A for the A of Ashley and of Ahsoka Tattoo. And I did this through mail order, and it was "May the Force be with you" as I wrote that as the inscription. And 2 days later, I'm like, why didn't I ask for the inscription? I am not a Jedi. That's her tagline. What's wrong with me? So,
well, Ohana won, Tyler. Definitely, clearly.
Oh, we both.
He just asked what was going on. Yeah, it's Tyler. If you don't know Tyler, from Whack Hacks, it's like there's a channel you should be following. Like Tyler and
Shattered Glass comic reviews. Okay.
Well, he does that on Twitter, which is also great. He has Twitter reviews, but Whack Comics is I can't. Jesus Christ, I'm drawing a blank. Lee and Tyler from they just have a great show on Tuesday nights usually, and it's just you should just go in without knowing anything else about it. So just look up Whack Comics and subscribe to Whack Comics. I don't want to spoil it for you. So.
I can't wait to actually rewatch this video so I can read all the chat because I'm so busy talking to you. I'm like, I'm not reading the stuff.
Good, you'll help the watch hours. Perfect.
I do. I watch my own videos.
There you go. Nice. Yeah. So, speaking of which, I know you do the top 10, and I've been trying to like watch more of your stuff, but I've failed miserably. So, what do you do? What kind of regular content? I know you have is it your friend Greg you do things with? No.
Yes.
Okay.
Greg is my editor because he reached out to me one day and said, "Hey, would you like me to do your editing?" And my first thought was, "How bad am I?" Apparently, I suck. People ask me to, but he's a really fun guy, and we've gotten to be friends. I still send him videos to edit, but he's not going to do it in 15 minutes and then air it. So if I want a new comic book day video and I get home at 9:00 at night. If I wanted to air at 10, I'm going to do my own quick editing and throw it online.
Yeah.
But we've been trying to do some like reaction videos. We did the Moon Knight series, and I giving away some Moon Knight books on that. Nice. I do New Comic Book Day. I try to do a lot of CGC submissions, and when they finally come back, I'll come in with my walker in 12 years.
Nice, yeah.
I want to get more content on, but I want to know what the fans would like to see.
Well, I mean, you have a lot of it. You have 260 vids when I looked. So, I mean, that's a fair amount of content. That you're doing it all right, I think. So.
Like I said, my friends told me I can't shut up.
I mean, as far I'm sure you're finding this. Like, YouTube is kind of a grind. Like, you have to like put in the time and like if you want to be regular about it, it does eat up a good chunk of your life.
And when I'm working some really crazy hours at work, sometimes we get paid bi-weekly, and I get paychecks of like 120, 130, 140 hours.
Sure.
I come home, it's like 9:00 at night. I left at 7:00 in the morning. I'm like, I gotta make a video.
Well, you should steal a Chips thing and start doing coffee reviews too while you're chugging it to stay awake for the vids. And
well, I try to be animated while I'm doing the videos, but sometimes I rewatch it. And I can see these giant bags under my eyes, like, "Hey, welcome everybody! Welcome back, family."
I save those for my Tuesday vids that I make with Eddie. I make sure I was especially tired and cranky when he and I chat because we just go at it like two old, like the two Muppets in the balcony that I can never remember, but.
Jason Doyle's asking, what are our expectations for Miss Marvel on Disney Plus? Okay. let me preface this with several of the Marvel series on Disney Plus I had no expectations for.
Sure.
Did anybody think Hawkeye was going to be good?
Yeah.
I actually liked it a lot. I really did. I did not expect much from Falcon and Winter Soldier. But once they threw Isaiah in there, I'm like, oh God. Good story.
Yeah.
But Miss Marvel is. Remember Taylor Swift 20 years ago or 10 years ago? It's going to be for they're trying to pull the next generation. Miss Marvel has been a character that Marvel has been trying to ram down the throats of its readers for a long time. They've had several failed series. And I think they're just trying to make a series for 13, 14-year-old kids to watch. And I don't think us as a generation are going to enjoy it.
The G. Willow Wilson run of the comics, the first run of Ms. Marvel. I liked that character when they introduced it and like the struggle she went through and stuff. I thought it was pretty great. The show's not going to be aimed at us. You're right. It's aimed at a younger audience. So and I think that's fine. Not everything has to be aimed at middle-aged white guys.
I agree. I agree.
Like we're the crankiest fuckers on the internet, but
No, but Jason doesn't ask me, do I think it's going to be a good show? He asked me what are my expectations. My expectations is I'm going to watch it because I have to, but I'm not going to enjoy it.
I think if they're smart, they'll have enough interesting stuff for the older folks too. Because I think the best kids movies and the best kids shows have either stuff that flies over kids' heads or at least a compelling enough story for the adults to watch. And I think they have to do that in order to be successful. Will they? I kind of doubt it.
I also think, though, that at Disney Plus, Marvel movies, anything in general, they have to put out lower quality stuff from time to time to kind of reset the bar. Because if every movie has to get better and better and better, at some point you can't live up to expectations. But if you're building this, and all of a sudden throw out a Thor Dark World.
Yeah. Well, and also like they're really ramping up the volume. So just by the nature of that, shit's going to slip with them. It's sort of like if you read every Marvel comic on the shelf every week, probably one will be good, maybe two, so it's going to get like that with the shows. But Jason, I think, like, I know a lot of people are hating on the energy look that they have with her instead of the stretchy, but I think they did that for a couple of reasons. A, it's probably easier for CG, and then it's also like to differentiate more from Mr. Fantastic.
Fantastic, yep.
Which is going to be coming. Like, they're not going to introduce John Krasinski. I mean, never mind. Never mind. No spoilers.
What?
But yeah, they're
like, who, what, where, why?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so but yeah, it's gonna they really want to differentiate. So like they're gonna make him more. Yeah, you're right. I hope Superior Iron Man shows up in Ms. Marvel. Yeah, I'm really hoping for Howard the Duck.
If he does, I'll give this away. Okay.
Nice. There you go.
From San Diego Comic-Con.
Nice.
You know why? Because somebody was cleaning their room and said, "Here, do you want this? Otherwise, it's going in the trash."
Pip the Troll. Yeah, Pip the Troll actually, I think, has the. Yeah, that was not great, but whatever. Or wait, it could be. I could be. But I don't know, because like even and I don't know, like I don't necessarily need great CGI in order to enjoy a movie. Like I don't think the CGI in Thor Ragnarok was necessarily that great. I don't think Korg looked fantastic or anything like that. But I love that goddamn movie. So
yes.
So I just and like on the other end of things, like Suicide Squad, I don't think had great CGI either. But like I love that fucking movie too. Like
the second one.
The second one, yeah, the first one was awful. The first one was awful. But I'm a James Gunn fan. Like he made me give a shit about Peacemaker, and that's all
That's what I'm watching now with Greg. He's got me watching Peacemaker because I haven't watched that, and I have him watching Book of Boba Fett.
You're torturing him, and he's giving you like pure gold. So like,
if you don't look at the Book of Boba Fett as a Boba Fett show, if you look at it as Mandalorian season 2.5, it's much more enjoyable.
It is, but it's still the Robert Rodriguez episodes are rough to watch. The world's most boring scooter chase, and the like.
he passed that already. He I don't know if he's watching right now, but the last episode ended with, if you've got the money, we can hire an army, and you heard the Mandalorian's theme music.
Yeah.
So now he's going to watch 5, 6,
yeah,
and then the finale.
How far into Peacemaker are you?
We've only watched the first 2 episodes.
Okay.
And he's got to build a new computer so he can watch HBO Max and record it. It's faltering on him. So I've got to rewatch 2, and I'm trying to be really nice and not watch 3. Not watch 3.
What do you think of it? Not to spoil any content you're gonna have coming out, but what do you think of the first 2 episodes so far?
I like it a lot, and I'm very surprised at how good John Cena is.
That's kind of what I thought. Also, best opening credits possibly ever.
That's what he says. I don't get it. But he said, once I've seen all the episodes, I'll understand.
Yeah. Most of my life is alone chaos, so I just stare in a corner and think of grumpy shit to say. So yeah. This is the part I love. This is the shit, like this is my jam for that. Like I could talk comics and nerdy shit for hours. Like I sell houses for a living. Nobody I'm trying to sell houses to cares about, like,
Did you hear anything? I heard that Marvel has lost the rights for Conan, and it's going.
I heard that too. Yeah, Legion of Comics mentioned that yesterday. Mark from Legion, and like that's fine. Like it's whatever. Like they haven't done. I mean, other than Savage Avengers, and like IDW stuff, they haven't really done much with them anyway. So.
Well, I mean, now at least somebody may start a decent run, and do something with it. But so much for ever getting Schumacher Wrath.
What's up, Amanda? Thanks for jumping in. Guys, if you're not following Amanda, she does some great Pokemon content and just kind of starting out. So if you're into Pokemon and unboxings and all that stuff, give her a follow. She's also a fellow Wisconsinite, so she's perfect. And, so give her a follow. And,
Amanda, throw your link in the chat.
Yeah.
Drop when I watch it later, I can click on it.
Google Shadowless Amanda. I need to make more mods, and I just got lazy with it. But if Rob's still in here, you can do it. Otherwise, I'll have to go mod somebody to do it. So,
I'm going to write down Shadow. let's amend.
But yeah, it's a
Reminder. See that way I know.
Perfect. So
subscribe later.
Yeah, but everybody just go click on her name and follow. Give her a follow. So, and follow each other too. If you make content, just shout it out, and everybody just like let other people know you make stuff, and we'll all follow each other. Like that's the easiest way to do this. Like
this is an 18 or over channel, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, because you're saying follow each other, and I'm thinking that equates to a circle jerk.
Well, kind of, or what's the Human Centipede movie? Yeah.
Oh, I've seen all three.
Yeah. Well, not my jam, but whatever you. I'm not going to yuck your yum, sir.
I didn't watch them. I didn't watch them more than once. I had to watch it one time and go, what were they thinking? They actually made 3 of these.
Well, whatever. Yeah. So you got okay. What's your next thing you have coming up on your channel? Like is it a weekend chat or no? It's only Monday, so you got the new comics on Wednesday, right?
Right. And what do you call it? We're definitely going to be doing the reaction videos for Obi-Wan when that comes out, and
nice.
I'm putting together a really nice giveaway package. We're going to have a mystery word in each one of the episodes, and at the end of the episodes, you hit me up on Instagram and send me a message with them, and I'll enter you into the drawing for it.
Nice. Guys, I want to enter that so I can win this shit. Well, I want to rig this. So, like, are you? There you go. Are you optimistic about Obi-Wan, or what are you thinking?
I'm scared.
Yeah,
I'm scared. It's been. I felt that everything was flawless, that they could do no wrong, and then I watched Boba Fett.
I think their Disney division's going down a shitty direction, and like they're telling stories that like they shouldn't. Like Boba Fett was much more interesting when he was a mystery, right? I think like when he was just that guy in the background, the badass bounty hunter that managed to catch Han. You don't know how. It doesn't matter. Like whatever. That was great at that. And like you don't need the backstory of him or any of this future shit. And then like the Obi-Wan, you don't really. He stalked fucking Luke for a decade. Who needs to watch that? Like I know they're gonna have other stuff to it, but like Mandalorian was great because it was a new character. And like,
but Boba Fett is, if you think of like a Don Carly, what do you call it, a mob family?
Yeah.
He's the enforcer. He's the one that goes out and kicks ass. That's why he was so good in the Mandalorian. You got Mando and Fennec Shand that are getting their butts kicked by the stormtroopers. He lands and he's single-handedly taken, and their platoons are retreating from
That's
him.
true. And
he's a badass.
They should have left it instead of making him a badass. They just made him kind of a sap
now,
in the new movie.
Yeah, now he's like petting the cat, going, "So I want all the families to come together here. It's in your best interest to take care of each other. We're gonna get these people off our planet. Because I'm in charge.
Yeah, I love you all. Let's hug it out instead of fighting." And even though I have the best helmet in the galaxy, I'm never going to wear it. And I'm going to act awkwardly and just be in a back to tank for 9/10 of the show. Yeah. I did. Yeah. But
well, I mean, to me, Book of Boba Fett was just as unsatisfying as see a hermit, scruffy Luke milking a sea cow and slurping blue milk and getting it. Like, this is not the image that I have in my head for this character.
Yeah, and I'm the one that probably one of the few people in the world that liked The Last Jedi more than the rest of the trilogy. I just think it was definitely trolling the audience, but like it was just kind of at least it tried something new. I don't think it landed much of it, but like The Force Awakens was just A New Hope kind of all over again, and like the last or whatever Luke Skywalker, what a Revenge of the Last Skywalker, what the fuck that last one's called? It's just a goddamn mess. Like. Yeah.
I went to go see just call it episode 8 in the movie theater, and I actually went by myself because my wife didn't want to go, and I didn't have a movie buddy at the time, so she's not a movie person. So when it came up on Hulu or Netflix or Disney or wherever, I played it for her, and I made sure that she watched the scene where Luke milks the cow and slurps the blue milk. And she went, "Wait, pause." So I put pause. And she looks at me. "Why did I have to watch that?" I said, "Because I had to watch that."
They should have let Chewbacca eat a few porgs. I'm just saying, but like,
Yeah. I'm like, just why are you monetizing these porgs when you could be making much better money from these crystal foxes?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the weakest, the shit I really hate. I hated the casino scene, and I hated that kind of stuff. I mean, I thought it was awful in that, but like, I'm not a fan of a lot of chase scenes in a lot of movies. I think they're mostly garbage. Like, so just like,
But
and they're mostly pointless. But
But
yeah,
why didn't Swarovski or somebody that makes crystal come out with small little crystal foxes? I
yeah,
would have
like
blown
actually charge
$200 on one of
$1 billion
those.
for yeah.
Yeah, those were great.
Yeah, they did look cool. They should. There you go. Get on it. You could license it out now. It's not
No,
never too late.
because that knocking on the door will not be somebody offering me a job. It will be somebody giving me a subpoena.
See, BDG. I think Phantom Menace might take that one. So
Hmm. Hmm. There's a few. I'm gonna go with Solo Story.
yeah, I think I can see that. I mean, I didn't like him as Solo, but I thought it was better than that. But I can see why you would say that. I
Well,
think what's your favorite? Oh, there you go. That's the real question.
Empire.
Okay, yeah. All right, good. We can still be friends. Yeah, Empire, and then I think probably Rogue One is number 2.
I'll agree with that.
But
Now,
for nostalgia, it maybe A New Hope, because like it's still also
Yeah.
it was never fucking called A New Hope. It was just goddamn Star Wars. But like, and Han didn't shoot first. Han's the only fucker that shot because the other guy was dead. All right, I'm done. There's my
Return of the Jedi. I saw first day, first show.
Yeah.
And that was before you could pre-buy tickets. So we all cut school.
Oh yeah,
got there 6 hours in advance for the line.
Yeah.
And I did not know until maybe 5 years ago when I saw an interview. The name of the theater that I saw it in New York was called the RKO Keith, which was one theater, 4,000 seats.
Wow.
Humongous.
Yeah.
It was second only to Radio City as far as popularity. Working behind the counter selling popcorn that day is Jon Favreau.
Oh wow.
As a teenager, I did not know this.
Wow.
I'm like, wait, he worked there? I know I bought popcorn that day. Did I get it from Jon Favreau?
You can just tell everybody did. Nobody's gonna question you on it. So
did I get Jon Favreau zit juice in my?
Yeah. If I spit in your popcorn, he's like, "This motherfucker." Console, not a bad first crush.
Well, it's funny. I work in maintenance and manufacturing, and that's why I have such a love for Empire Strikes Back, because I can see every time he's trying to fix a Millennium Falcon, that's me on a daily basis. What we got?
Well, my problem with BDG with Solo is the same problem, sort of the same problem I have with Boba Fett. They felt the need to explain everything. Like, you never needed to know why you had the lucky dice. You didn't really need to know about 12 parsecs. You just kind of like, some of the mystery was better than the answers they came up with. And that was my big problem with it. But like, yeah.
They did some unfan service. I don't know how else to say, anti-fan service. I got a good feeling about this. Oh God, that feels so wrong. I feel like it's been violated when you said that.
I mean, I know why Han shot first became a thing. It's because in the remaster, like, they wanted to make, but they decided to make Luke or Han look less like a jackass and have Greedo shoot first. And so, like, the purists were like, Han shot first, but it was never a shit first. He's the only fucker that shot because Han don't miss. He's not a stormtrooper.
But he was supposed to be a jackass in the movie. That's part.
I know, that's the whole point. I know that
everybody together.
Yeah.
In a respect, they're all jackasses.
Yeah, he's a scruffy nerd herder. Nerd herder. Yes.
And Luke is a whiny little kid who just wants to go on adventures. Old man Kenobi is, he's got his own agenda.
Yeah.
Princess Leia is like, aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper? I love the what do you call it? The Family Guy take on that. Well, screw you then, you stuck up bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're here to save you. You came here in that thing. You're braver than I thought. Like, wow, they all got attitude.
Yeah. Yeah. It had the good snarky dialogue and
But to try to make him to be a nicer person in the remaster, I'm like, why? Yeah, I agree with you. Why? Leave it alone.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with big dick jackass energy first crushes, Amanda. You do you.
Well, Amanda, did you prefer Harrison Ford as Han Solo or as Indiana Jones?
The problem here's okay. So you know how like the Indiana Jones. There's this theory going on with Indiana Jones, especially in regards with Raiders of the Lost Ark, that he's useless in it. Like if you
Yes.
watch, like he just doesn't do anything. Like nothing he did in that movie mattered.
Yeah. If he had never appeared in the movie, the arc would have still ended up exactly the same way.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, yeah.
But
He was still kind of a jackass in that. You got to go Han over. Yeah, it's got to be Han. I would say, but he still had a couple. Like anyone that's been more than one iconic character, though, that's saying something.
Yeah, and you can differentiate the two.
Yeah. So what's the first like comic movie you remember seeing?
Whoa. Okay, let me think here.
It's probably the same for a lot of us. I'm guessing because mine's gonna be. I'll tell you my answer. It's the Superman. It's got to be like
1978.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm running through all the Marvel books ones in my head like an idiot. Yeah, so that would be 1978 Christopher Reeve.
Yeah,
which
and I think the first two
I saw in the movie theater. So
that's awesome. And I still think those first two movies are better than a lot of the new ones that come out. They have some flaws, definitely, but
that iconic scream that he has at the end as he's
Yeah.
taking off, it still gives me chills. He was there. Well, no, I don't think there'll be anybody who played Clark Kent and Superman as well as Christopher Reeve. He was just perfect for it.
Yeah, Cavill tried, and Cavill wasn't bad. And actually, Brandon Routh, I think, was underrated, but like not. He's trying too much just to be Christopher Reeve. So,
But it's very hard to. I mean, you got Clark Kent, Superman, Bruce Wayne's Batman, Peter Parker, Spider-Man. These are characters that one actor has to portray both, and it's tough to do both.
Yeah, I don't think any actor's gotten Batman right on both ends of it. Like Batman, or they're either a good Batman or a good Bruce Wayne, but not both. I don't think any of them have nailed that combo.
I agree that nobody's nailed it. I guess I still like Keaton's the best.
I can see that. Yeah, I mean I just don't think I don't think he was the best Batman. Like I think probably the best. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't think a match was quite there. He was no Clooney. Like
he didn't have those nipples going for him.
He did not. Yeah.
All right. So worst comic book movie.
Might be Batman Forever, but or Batman and Robin. Actually, Batman and Robin is worse than Batman Forever. But yeah,
I'm gonna go with probably Elektra.
Oh yeah, that's another tough one. I mean, technically, probably Howard the Duck is the worst, but I kind of love that movie, even though it's so bad.
Yeah, no. All right, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Oh, go Ninja, go! You got the Vanilla Ice. You can't hate the Vanilla Ice in there.
That's the sole reason why I didn't like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But I never. And those are those movies I don't consider comic book movies. I know they are obviously, but it's just when I never ever think of the Turtles movies as comic movies when somebody asks me. So.
Well, Howard the Duck, it's just I practiced quack fu when I got my ass kicked. So
well, that would do it. Also, a weird Lucas vehicle too, or is it Spielberg? One of the two was on that as producer, but I couldn't remember. It doesn't matter. But well, listen, we were at about an hour and a half mark. We can keep going, but I'm guessing you have to work probably in the morning.
Yep. I have to get up at 5:30 in the morning, and it's 11 o'clock my time. So.
Oh yeah, well, okay. So listen, why don't you plug what you want to plug, sir? And yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I do a new comic book day video every Wednesday, and I give away an independent book every single Wednesday or two. I try to make sure that we're doing reaction videos for some of the stuff that's coming out on Disney Plus I'm not good at plugging my stuff. Some of the trailers I'm trying to do.
He's giving away free shit.
That's the bottom line, but
yeah,
I look regularly trying to dedicate more time so we can do more live streams and interact with the community. Bottom line is we want to hear what you want to see, what kind of stuff you want us to research for you or do whatever we can. Constantly sending off books to CGC, CBCS, and never getting them back.
Yeah, there you go. So you're CBCS. Yeah, you don't like CBC. You're not a CBCS guy at all, huh?
Not since they lost my Stanley autograph.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Fuck them.
Yeah, it said they never got it, and I had to show them the tracking number with their shipping manager's signature. Yeah, big fight. Took me 10 months to resolve, and all I did was give me credit for all the grading.
Did you make a video about that? I want to go watch now.
Several. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So if you want somebody really probably cranky, go watch those videos. And
Yeah. And I try to remember there might be somebody under 18 watching this. I don't care.
No, not according to my analytics. My audience is 100% middle-aged white men. So, maybe not white, but 100% middle-aged men. And
I was going to say not middle-aged because I watch too, and I'm past that point. So.
Okay, well, Amanda, you totally like messed up my analytics. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. But yeah,
Dread starting Carl Urban was not my first, but it sure felt like a cigarette after. Oh. So does that mean you liked it or you didn't like it?
Dredd was I thought Dredd was great. I thought Judge Dredd was awful. The Stallone one.
That had some awful parts, but it did have some stuff that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
It did have some scenes. But yeah, with Carl Urban though, yeah.
There you go. Thanks for messing up the curve, Amanda. Thanks for just fucking it all up. Like every now. Thank you. Seriously.
There goes the bell curve completely. That's going to change all the ads that show up now,
Yeah.
There come the feminine hype.
You mean like every 99% of people I know that collect Pokemon? Yeah, that makes sense, Amanda. So,
I haven't bought my first Pokemon yet, so don't open.
I was a little too old to catch that trend. Although, like, I could see myself falling down that rabbit hole. I've watched a few of your vids, Amanda. They're very awesome. I will jump in more. I just I don't know what the hell I'm watching. So it's sort of like watching sports card unboxings. I'll do it, but I don't know what I'm walking at. I'm like, all right, like, is that a good card? I don't know.
We got to start a MetaZoo channel. MetaZoo. There we go.
There you go. Hey, Amanda, do you do MetaZoo? That's the new one, right? Anyways, like, yeah, fair enough.
The only thing I know is I got the comic book up there. So
I don't have the comic. I have like one booster pack left that I picked up at C2E2 for free. So the rest have gone out to other people. Like, yeah, but. Sounds good. Sounds good, Amanda. All right, sorry, you were plugging stuff. All right, so you.
No, it's okay, Taylor. What do you got coming up?
I don't give away free shit anymore. I don't like you guys that much, so fuck off. No, I do still every once in a while give away free trade paperbacks, and I will give away a lot of free crap when I hit 1,000 followers. That's my next big push. I'm getting there. I'm about 125 away. So tomorrow night I'll be on Old Man Collectibles channel. We have Cranky Comic Chat at 9 Central Time. So if anybody at all wants to jump in, just find him on or hit me up on Instagram, and I can give you the link. Ohana, if you're up, if you're Richard, if you want to join in, it's the more the merrier. It's just we bitch about comics and life. And
I like it.
It's a group chat. And honestly, please jump in, because otherwise it really does just turn into Eddie and I bitching at each other. And it's fun, but it's like, and Rob's usually on there too to like kind of mediate and like just roll his eyes and stay on there until his dinner's done. And then Wednesday, I have my not at all cranky comic book reviews, which drop about 8:30 Central Time. Thursday, what do I do? I don't know what I have this week Thursday. I got something coming this week Thursday. Next week, it's all switched around a little bit. My cranky comic chat will be on Monday on my channel. And then Tuesday, I have unboxing match with my buddy James, because he could not do Monday. So we're switching it around. And okay, you thought Richard was a son of a for this many books. I have a short box to go through next Tuesday. So I gave James like 10 books. He gave me a short box.
You don't know, it's 150,
great.
150 copies of the same book.
Yeah, it might be. I've not looked into it at all. I just so I kind of, if it's all Turok #1s, I will laugh my ass off. But yeah,
we all are.
Yeah, exactly. So that's my immediate future. But yeah, everybody go follow Biggie at New World Order Comics too. He puts out some great stuff. Everyone else I know who else I know that anyway, just follow each fucking ever. And yeah, that's kind of about it. We could wrap this all up and call it a night so you get at least a little bit of sleep. So
no problem. I do want to say though that I am trying to make my push for 750 and then eventually 1,000. My 750 giveaway when I reach it is a 9.2 Spider-Man number 210 first appearance on the web. And when I do hit 1,000, it's going to be a 9.6 Pacelli.
Nice.
So these are already marked for me, so I don't do anything with them. 1,000 sub, 750 sub.
Yeah, you give away much nicer crap than I do. Nice.
Well, when I dedicated this one for the 750 sub, it was way before it blew up in price. And I had already announced it. Now I see it shooting up in price. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah,
get back on
because
my work.
there's a show coming, right, or something with like a different Madam, the young Madam Web, I think,
Yeah.
probably, but yeah, nice. Oh, and last shameless plug: follow me on Whatnot if you're bored. I sell on there Tuesdays and Friday afternoons. So, and if you use my link down there, you get $10 to spend for free if you've never been bought on there. So.
Well, I mean, even if I can't afford it out of the wallet, I might still pop in and say hi. So
Yeah,
people
jump in
might
and
not-
say hi. And honestly, you get $10. Like if you just use that referral link to sign up for Whatnot, if you've never done it before, you'll get $10 for free. It's pretty
No, but I
easy.
want to also put on for following and liking if so it bumps you up.
Oh yeah, thanks.
the
Plus,
board.
I'll recruit you into sell on there. It's pretty easy. So if you ever do want to sell on there, let me know. I can speed the process along a little bit for you. It's not bad. If you could talk on YouTube, you can talk. You can sell on Whatnot. That's all it is. You just talk to the audience and for about 2 hours and sell your shit. So
Yeah, then all I do is this is the view. So the
Yeah.
next book.
Yeah, I mean, there's a learning curve to setting it up on there, but that's about it. But all right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Have a good night, and as always, I don't know, don't be a dick. Or try not to be.
And from Ohana, I say mahalo.
There you go. See, much nicer than I am. All right, see ya.